So welcome back to the channel, guys. Expose and educate. And we've come across a FedEx establishment. Nothing on here to say that we can't go through there. Let's just read the signs. So we've got all contractors and visitors to report to reception on arrival. Speed limit, beware moving vehicles, no smoke in sight. So nothing to say that we can't have a wander around. This one says no lorry parking day or night. Do not block this car park entrance or exit. So we'll have a little look inside. So it has got a reception. So that is one thing. We've got one disabled parking area. We've got FedEx visitors parking, and then I'm assuming we've got some signs here for the reception. So we've got Monday 8 till 6, Tuesday 8 till 6, all the way through, Saturday 8 till 12, closed on a Sunday. Not a lot to see there, so we'll just have a little wander down this way. Quick scan of the cars, because you never know when you might see an illegal number plate. So we've got employee parking. The other spaces aren't marked. All number plates correspond. We've got a couple of their trucks here, a couple of Mercedes. 1842s, so big old beasts. So yeah, obviously not working today, and I've never noticed that before, but on the back of the truck, try and get that in shot for you, it actually tells you the month for the MOT, service week, and then there's another little sign there that hasn't been filled in, so that's unusual to see. Don't really notice that on everything. But as we say, hello mate, you alright?
Yeah, and you are?
I am me. Who are you?
I'm the manager of the site.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Yeah, can I ask you what you're doing here?
Yeah, I'm just having a look at your trucks, doing a little bit of a story on FedEx. No nefarious means. I'm not planning on breaking in or robbing your coffee out your coffee machine or anything.
Okay, so you're actually on business property, so
okay.
If you do want to film, you can film from the public road.
Okay.
But unfortunately not allowed in this car park.
Okay. Would you mind if I just put you right on a couple of points there? And that's without being funny to you, because I get this a lot with business people. They think there's certain things in place.
I'm happy for you to tell me.
Okay, thank you for that, because that always helps the interaction. First thing I always do when I approach them is see if there's any signs that say no admittance, nothing beyond this point, no filming, stuff like that. You've got no signs that suggest that in any way, shape or form. Secondly, you have a reception, which means under the law there's a public right of access, which people like me, we do take advantage of. Like I said, no nefarious means, just having a closer look at the trucks. Notice something I've never noticed on the truck before at the back, which is great. Viewers will love that. Having a little wander and I'll be gone out your hair.
Okay, so what I'll do is I've got my security person on
of course,
site, so I'll clarify with them, but at the moment...
Can I just warn you about security staff? Security staff tend to be less knowledgeable than yourself, trust me.
What I'm saying though is that
that's fine.
At the moment there's no permission that I've provided as a site manager for you to be on
that's
this
fine.
Site or to video this from this site and
that's
from
fine.
this property, which is, you know, you might know the law more than me, but at this moment in time this is a private car park, and at this moment in time I'm not giving you permission or authority to record this. Obviously if you're on the public pathway, then I can't interfere with you on the public pathway, and it isn't my intention. But having somebody walk on site is not something we're used to.
Of course,
again,
it's an unusual thing.
To ask you why you're here, and I would like to ask you politely if you could stop recording from this car park, then I'd appreciate that. I
appreciate what you're saying, and I'm not trying to be funny. We never stop recording, and I'll tell you why. Things can turn nasty. You don't look that type of person, but we've had people trying to grab cameras, suddenly demanding things, assaults have taken place.
I'm not going to
entertain. And you don't look like that type of fella. So, but I'm just going to finish what I'm doing, and I'll probably be no more than 2 or 3 minutes and I'll be gone.
Okay,
but
like I said, I'm giving you authority permission, and
no, I understand that.
You
If
know,
you want to speak to security, which I'm assuming could be this fella, just mention Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972. If he doesn't know what that is, he's not going to be able to help you. All right.
Well, I'll go.
Can I just take your name so I know who I'm talking to?
I'm actually going to have a conversation with him.
Okay,
You
no.
haven't given me your name. I just want to
Well,
have a
I was going
conversation
to, but I was waiting for you to sort of set
with him.
set
If
the
we have a
scene.
conversation with this gentleman
Of course,
here, I'll
yeah.
come back to you.
I'm going to follow you because just to hear, unless you go indoors, then
No, we're
obviously
gonna
I
go
won't
inside
follow.
and
Oh,
we'll
okay.
come back out.
I won't follow you then. I'm just going to pop round the corner.
I haven't given you authority to go any further. on
No,
this
I know you
property,
haven't.
And at this moment in time, you will be going into an area which is has heavy vehicles.
Yeah,
and
I
other
understand
vehicles.
that.
So I would ask you not to go around that
I
area.
really appreciate your advice, but I'm just going to have a quick look. Then, like I said, a couple of minutes, I'll be gone.
Okay.
All right. So I think
I'm
you're.
aware of, are you a public auditor?
No,
No.
no.
What are you doing then?
I'm doing a story on FedEx. I've been round to Tesla,
Yeah.
and I document local businesses. I try and get some good interactions, which this gentleman's been absolutely fine, although he hasn't asked all my answered all my questions. Seeing how people are coming through COVID, obviously firms like FedEx and Tesla, you expect them to be doing well.
I'll walk you down to the gate.
Thank you.
But
Obviously I
we
won't go
can't-
any further.
we can't
Yeah.
go any further, only because you haven't got high vis. I
Yep.
don't know if you've got safety shoes.
No.
We've got to be mindful of your safety.
Of course,
right?
yeah.
But
Listen,
as-
I never push my luck. I said
No,
to that
absolutely.
gentleman, one of the first things I do is I check signage.
Yes,
And I did try to explain to him that there are no signs up to say no photography, no this, no that. I always try and be respectful.
absolutely. Well,
You
have
know,
to, don't you? Otherwise,
don't want to give the guy a load of grief. I did say to him
We're all just trying to do a job.
that hopefully you may know a bit more.
Yes.
I said, but there is a risk, depending who you work for, that you
Yes.
may not.
Yeah. No, I'm fully aware of that.
And I'm not going to badmouth any other security firms because we all know who they are.
So we're not employed. We're not employed by any outside firm.
Of
we
course.
are FedEx.
Oh right.
employees,
Oh well, then
so-
you know the score then. So my intention here is I'm just going to take a little
Yeah.
video of that so you can see quite clearly, guys, all the safety things in place: foot protection, high vis clothing, beware of moving vehicles, obviously, telling the drivers to sound their horn, and again, no smoking, which we're seeing everywhere we go these days. Site safety rules to be observed at all times whilst on site. That's quite a polite message. We do see should we say more disciplined messages,
Yeah.
which leaves, I'm just going to step on here, we'll just check nothing's coming, and I'll just do from here.
Yeah.
Although I will make you aware
Yeah.
for future reference, because this phenomenon of citizen journalism, you mentioned another name earlier.
Public auditing.
I've come across that.
Yeah.
That's a huge increase at the moment,
Yes.
mainly up north, I've got
Yeah.
to say. But because you've got no signs saying no entry, no public access,
Yeah.
it might be an idea to just mention it. Because what I try and do is I try and educate as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because if they've got that, they won't cross over.
Yeah.
If they do, straight away,
Yeah.
trespass, civil matter, as you know.
Yes.
But then if they don't leave when you ask them, it becomes aggravated, and the police can get involved. You know all this by the sound of it,
Yes,
so
I do.
You're pretty switched on. So do you mind if I just literally, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna, don't want to upset you, I just want to go just inside, just to give a rough idea of the size. I've got to say you've been very respectful, very polite. The only thing you haven't done, and nor have I, is we haven't introduced ourselves properly.
I was just thinking, I don't actually know your name, so.
My name's Scott.
Scott, mine's Darren.
Hi Darren, thank you for that.
You're absolutely welcome.
So, now this is one other thing we do tend to
This
pick
is
up on.
frustrating.
I would say, looking at it, guys, that this has probably come from in here. It could be a visitor to FedEx, it could be a FedEx employee. They've just slung it out the window by the look of it. The grounds are pretty clean and tidy. They do need to employ a gardener to do some weeding.
Yeah.
But then in places like this, as you can see next door, it's one of those things. Wind, you know, that takes rubbish all over the place. You'd have to try and identify it. It could even be from Greg's over the road. So, but that's Darren. I'm going to say thank you very much, Darren,
Not a problem, Scott. Thank you.
for
Are you
being polite and friendly.
posting these onto any sort of social media?
What I tend to do when I get back, I have a look at the interactions, because
Yeah.
people love the interaction as well as the knowledge of the business.
Yeah.
And it depends then if I think it's viewer worthy.
Okay.
Whereas, you know, people like the Sun, they'll print anything. We do try and always show businesses in a good light, and I've got to say FedEx here, I've done other FedEx places, this is the most professional I've come across.
Fantastic.
I don't know that guy's name. He was very respectful. Obviously, as you're aware, it's a bit concerning for people. A camera is such a regular thing.
Yes.
But the way that it's used isn't.
Yeah.
You know, I said to a guy around at Tesla, he said about filming, and I said, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Told him about signage. And I said, if you go on holiday, you take pictures of everything.
Absolutely, yeah.
Nobody minds because of the setting. But when people are at work and they become defensive of their property,
it's a little different, isn't
and
it?
I always respect that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's it really.
Okay.
One of the things I do check is illegal number plates.
Okay.
They're all okay. I've got to say, around at Tesla, one of them isn't.
Okay.
And the guy was very quick to say, well, it's a customer car.
Yeah.
So other than that, I'm done. So thank you very much. But a little bit of advice going forward, because I do like to try and help companies out. Get a couple of signs. They're fairly cheap.
Yeah.
And it would save that gentleman, I nearly called him a name, but he hadn't told me. It would save him any headaches.
Yeah.
You don't seem the sort of guy that would get headaches anyway, in fairness. So it's all good from my point. Thank you very much indeed yet again. I'll give you one of those.
Yeah, fist bump.
Not shaking hands still, because
current measures.
you know, it's just one of those things, isn't it?
Not a problem.
But
any other questions, mate?
not really, because what I tend to do is I get my stock footage, go away, and then I tend to get on the interweb and fill any things in. I don't tend to put the address up if it does go online.
Okay.
I just say generically Cribbs Causeway, this will be. And the good thing is, you know, I'm very lucky. I've got viewers that love great interaction and a little bit of knowledge. And I try and bring them something different as well. You know, I have done police stations, but there's got to be a story behind it. Like, so like Stroud, there's a problem with access for the disabled.
Right. Okay.
Reported it 6 months ago, went back in a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
Still nothing done. But they've put new signs up to stop these, what did you call them, auditors?
Public auditors, and funnily enough, I actually, so I saw it on TikTok of all
Do you mind being on camera?
I'd rather not be.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'm going to just have a quick sweep round to there then. You know, it's called a crafty one, just because the viewers like to see a good-looking fella.
I do use social media, etc. You know, and I'm very aware of sort of public auditing and things. I actually saw one this morning at our Nottingham station.
Okay.
Not sure if that was yourself or
no, I haven't been to Nottingham. I've got a feeling I probably know of the person. It's
interesting to see, you know, and it gauges my involvement and reaction to people, because as you said, you know, I don't want to get defensive. I don't want to get, you know, I'm happy to escort you to the.
Well, it creates friction, doesn't it? And nobody wants that.
For it, so,
and I've got to say, good interactions can be used as part of training, because that gentleman could have been off. It could have been somebody else.
Absolutely.
Might have been a bit shirtier. I always say my interactions are gauged by the person that approaches me. So yeah, I mean, good interactions are great for training.
Fantastic. Scott,
listen,
I appreciate your time.
Enjoy the rest of the week.
Thank you.
Cheers, buddy.
Bye.
Take care. So there we are, guys. So that's FedEx at Cribbs Causeway. Question for you guys, leave the answers in the comments. Is it my approach that makes things should we say less feisty? You know, because I don't go out to deliberately wind people up, but you know, those that have seen other videos, you know that I will stand my ground. I don't know, I've still got a feeling that a lot of this is down to, and I hate to say it, there's racism in this country that we should be ashamed of. And I do think, from what I've seen, and there's some great auditors out there, but they do seem to stick over other people. I'm going to leave that one with you guys. Try and keep the comments respectful. It can affect the channel. There was a guy who lost his channel because of some of the remarks that were put on. Try and be friendly and respectful and polite. And if you like what we're achieving, bringing you some of this stuff, hit the thumbs up. And obviously everybody wants it, subscribe. And what we will do, expose and educate, will say thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. So just before we go, guys, I just wanted to give you a different angle on the FedEx business. As we know, it was a pass earlier on. The manager seemed a little bit sort of unsure of what was what. So a few wagons in. Some quite old ones by the look of it. Probably things that you'll see out on the road at night time bringing stuff in. The smaller ones are the ones we see daily, delivering to businesses and homes. So yeah, so that's just another angle of the FedEx building.